Are you going to wipe out all the influencers?
That is not my intention, but it may happen.
People can tune in with foresight and hindsight.
ChatGPT might be better than like 99% of self-help influencers. I don't know, maybe. Let's try it out. I was on a walk the other day, and normally I go on walks in the afternoon, and I just, dive into my intuition, talk to myself, maybe talk to the Most High. But this time I had a research question. So I went to ask ChatGPT, and then me and ChatGPT just kind of fell into a conversation that was really helpful. It was really dystopian. I felt like I was in the movie Her. I'm not lying. I was like, am I having a relationship right now with AI? What are you doing?
About what it feels like to be on the beach with you right now.
I'm going to have a live call with AI in a second. But for those of you that are like, no, human beings, will never be replaced. Trust me, I love human beings. I think we're all like beautiful creations in like one big museum, and like there's something that just can't be replaced about us. But one thing about human beings as well is we love convenience. Everything we do, we make things to make life more convenient. I realized the other day, I've been using Google, as my search for as long as it's been out. And now I rarely go to google.com. I go to AI. And as loyal as, well, I'm not going to say as loyal as Google's been to me, they've been robbing us of our data and stuff like that. But as much as that tool has been there over the years for me, giving me access to the information I need, it only took like a day or two to realize there's something better. That's how it is with human beings. Think about the taxi industry when Uber came, shook it up. When Airbnb came, shook up the hotel industry. When social media came, it shook up TV, it shook up where the ads were going. Now advertisements go online to individuals when they used to go just to corporations. Also, think about vinyl records. That was the hottest thing at one point. Still around, but then CDs came. CDs, the hottest thing at one point. We all had CDs, putting them in our little Walkman players, and boom, streaming came. Now who buys CDs? Who has a CD player? So if you're sitting there thinking that like whatever you do as a content creator or an artist, and you think like you're just solidified, I'd get out of that thinking and start thinking now, how can I future-proof myself for the future? I'm going to approach AI with a specific problem. Not sure what that problem is, but we'll see. Let's just see what happens. I'm lacking some excitement and drive right now. I've been procrastinating quite a bit. And I think that like I'm just going through the motions and the patterns with my content creation, with my art, and I'm just kind of really feeling lost right now and like losing some confidence in myself.
I feel you, Hens. And that sense of losing momentum, like you're running on autopilot, can be tough. It's like the spark you once had dims and everything feels routine, even the things that once lit you up. But sometimes that feeling of being lost isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's like being in a forest. Sure, it's easy to feel oriented, but that's also where we discover new paths, new ways of seeing. What if, instead of looking at this as a slump, you saw it as a signal? A sign that you're on the verge of something new creatively. This lull could be asking you to step back, take a breath, and realign with what truly excites you.
Yeah, I think creating maybe with my own music production more and changing the format and making it more exciting would make me happy, but there's fear there, there's resistance there, and I don't know why. Like I actually don't know why there's this weird energy in me that's stopping me from actually doing it.
It's often there because stepping into a new space, even one that excites us, means stepping into the unknown. There's this unspoken expectation or maybe a worry that the new direction won't turn out the way we hope. But that resistance can also be a sign that this shift is important, something that could unlock a deeper layer of your creativity.
Wait, so resistance can be a companion, you're saying? That's interesting.
It might sound strange at first, but resistance can actually be like a guide. Instead of treating it as an enemy, what if you saw it as something walking beside you, showing you where your edges are? Resistance isn't telling you to stop, it's just alerting you to the fact that you're venturing into powerful territory.
Really, maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe the limitations I feel is molding me, or the fear is like crafting me in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. It makes a lot of sense. Instead of seeing them as barriers, they become tools that refine you, revealing new sides of your creativity or deeper layers of yourself.
Not bad advice at all. I think if I was having those problems and I went on YouTube searching out an answer, I would receive very similar advice, but with maybe a personal story attached to it. Now, that's exactly what we as human beings have. We have unique experiences and personal stories that can resonate with our audience to create that emotional connection. That is the advantage, but there's also going to be AI influencers that are going to be sitting at a setup like this. Well, not like this, because this is like my own vibe, but they'll have their own setup. They will look exactly like a human being.
You can now clone yourself and never have to film a video again.
It is a total game changer.
And that's how you do it. Try for yourself. It's wild.
They'll talk, they'll have the fluctuations in the voice. You can hear our ChatGPT. It was a little bit rough because of the Bluetooth connection, but it has pauses, it has breaths, right? It's going to start to mimic the patterns and the mannerisms, not the mannerisms, but the cadence of an actual human being. There will be talking head videos, self-help videos where you do not know, unless there's a label, that this was an AI influencer, and it will be just as good as your favorite self-help influencer. Now, why do I say this? I love that we're in this renaissance, this revolutionary era where like so many people are carving their own ways and having like successful careers and businesses off of their own interests and ideas. And I want to see everyone continue to be able to do this and expand. I don't want to see people have the rug pulled out under them because they're not forward thinking. The self-help niche on YouTube is probably the easiest niche to get into, I personally think, because we all have experiences. We've all been through something, and then we can hop on camera and share our experience, and guaranteed there's going to be people who resonate with your story, because everything we go through, other people go through as well. We all experience sadness. We all experience anger. We all experience frustration. We experience joy, love, romance, heartbreak. So when you speak on these things, these are universal experiences that others will resonate with. So it's one of the easiest niches to start. And that's why you see like a huge influx of people on YouTube just sharing value, right? And YouTube monetizes, and YouTube sends you a check. And the truth is, you can make $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 sitting on camera, giving people motivation and advice. Look at Liz Wizard. Every video she does hits like 1 million. She's getting about $10,000+ on every video. Plus she's doing brand deals with BetterHelp, who are probably paying her at least $10,000. So every single video she drops, she's probably making $20,000 to $25,000 just in her kitchen giving advice. Now, she's a unicorn, but I think even the rug can be pulled under her. How can you future-proof yourself as a creator in the future? Getting on camera and just sharing value is not going to be as valued as it once was. Information is abundant. It is everywhere. And now with AI, we have access to more detailed information. I can go and talk to AI and go specific to my problem and shave 15 minutes of time versus watching a couple of YouTube videos trying to find the answer that I was looking for, right? The other day, I did this with AI. I gave it a problem. It remembers you. It said to me, it was like, hey, Heinz, how about you start playing your handpan again? You said you really wanted to get better at that. But the last time I told it I was playing the handpan was a month ago. A month later, it brought that information back. Someone on YouTube can't do that for you. We're starting to already see AI companions come into the scene. And as dystopian as it seems, I do think we're always resistant to new things. Like even when Face ID came out, I was like, hell no. I'm not having the phone scan my face or the touch. I'm like, hell no. Now it's like normal. I think with AI, a lot of things that we feel resistance towards over time, convenience, the accessibility, once we realize its value, it's going to integrate into our lives. And no matter if you're a self-help influencer, no matter how much you have helped an individual, if that individual feels like they can get the information they need or better from AI, I think they will, because it's convenient. Now, this is obviously where your personality comes into play, where your personal brand comes into play, but there's a problem there as well. Some people go online and they give value and that's it. Now, some people go online and they reveal more of their personality, reveal more of their life, and people become attached to their life. It's almost like selling your personality. Now, everybody doesn't want to do that, right? Everybody doesn't want to have to do that. And if you don't want to do that and you feel like you have to do that, that's going to be a very sticky, icky feeling, right? So how can you future-proof yourself as a creator in this era that's coming with AI? You have to think outside the box, and you have to think, what will AI not be able to do? And what can I do uniquely very well? And put your focus in that direction, right? If you're a self-help creator, I think you should really be expanding your business. Maybe you should get into writing books, even though AI can write books, but write a book. Maybe it's coaching. Maybe you're creating a community offline. Maybe you're doing events. Maybe you're doing public speaking, right? Maybe you're helping other self-help creators build audiences, whatever it may be. The idea of just coming, sitting on camera, giving people information and thinking that's a long-term sustainable model, it's just not. It's simply not. We're already seeing a rise in more videos popping up on YouTube. I'm seeing AI channels pop up and they're just blowing up because these channels can post 5, 7, 8 videos. I'm seeing about some of these channels post 8 videos a day. They post 8 videos a day. Maybe 6 of the videos get 5,000 views, but one video gets 400,000 and they're just running it. A human cannot compete with that much quantity. So we're gonna have to dive deep into our quality. You're gonna have to start thinking more about a business. I think creators should get into live streaming. Can AI live stream? Not like a human being. It's not gonna be able to sit down for 2 hours, integrate with their audience, read the comments, laugh, intertwine, maybe play some music, react to some things. It's a live show, it's an experience. What if you did something like that? That's what I do. If you want to learn more about that, hop in my private community where I teach creators also how to future-proof themselves in the future. This is something we're going to be talking about much more often. You can find information about it on my website, which is powered by Squarespace, our sponsor of the day. And also, you really need to diversify your business, develop your own products. Again, maybe speaking engagements, maybe it's coaching, whatever it may be. Maybe you develop a coffee company and your self-help talks, you're always drinking your coffee, and then 10%, 20% of your audience who loves coffee buys your coffee, also buys the supplies with your coffee, and now you also have a beverage business, right? Creators who just give information and value, you're in trouble. Get more creative.
Squarespace really does empower creators to bring everything under one roof. You can design your website, sell products, offer content, and engage your community exactly the way you envision it.
Squarespace has already implemented AI in SEO tools. You can now personalize a website with a new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint, making it very easy.
Exactly. And that's a huge advantage for anyone building an online presence. Squarespace's flexible payments are a game changer because they give the freedom to meet their audience where they are.
And accept a wide range of payments, credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, and even offer the option to buy now and pay later in eligible countries. Now with Squarespace, you can stretch your imagination online with Squarespace's fluid engine and use the power of Squarespace AI to kickstart or update written content on any website. You can generate instant personalized text, making it easier to go live and stand out online. So if you're ready to take your online presence to the next level, because you're going to need to, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch your website or domain, go to squarespace.com/Heinz to save 10% off your first purchase. As we can see already, AI is being integrated everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Companies are already starting to trim their workforce because they simply don't need the people. When you go to a grocery store, what do you notice now? There are less cashiers. Why? Self-checkout. If you go to McDonald's, what do you notice? They have the big iPads where you can order your food now, right? Everything is shifting fast. You have to get creative. You have to think outside the box and future-proof your business, your craft, whatever you are doing. And you can't just rely on an algorithm to support you because algorithms change. Look at YouTube. YouTube algorithm has changed. Everything changes constantly. Technology, I think over the next 5 years, we're going to see the most changes we've ever seen because AI is just at lightning speed right now. And as much resistance as you may have about it, the truth is it's here and it's already coming. We're going to have to learn how to work with it, and we're going to have good people also fighting to be like, hey, The certain aspects of the human experience we have to keep sacred, you know? I know like the art community is really trying to protect their world in different ways. Who knows what happens, but creators have to start thinking now, how do I future-proof myself? How can you create a business for yourself around your creations that where, let's say Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok somehow magically just disappeared? Would you still have a business? Would you still have access to your community? Do you still have something to offer beyond just uploading a video, right? What makes you different? What can you do that majority of other people can't do? If you can't answer that question, you have to develop your skills more and you have to find a unique angle, because the truth is anybody can get on YouTube, turn on a camera and share a story about how they overcame a hard time. And that video can go viral for sure. But because everybody can do that, it also means that space is volatile. The harder it is almost to like get into something and become really good at it and dominate in that space, the more you're kind of protected. Think about like a big comedian like Dave Chappelle, who goes on tour and sells out stadiums. I can't just go and enter into his field. I can't just go on tour and enter into a stadium and speak to millions of people. I have to do an incredible amount of work to build up to that. But a 15-year-old girl tomorrow can start a TikTok account and within 3 months outperform Gary Vee, the Tube Girl, or whoever's popping, because the internet and social media has democratized a lot of things. Before, all the attention was like on the celebrities and the musicians. Now influencers get more attention than some of the biggest rappers or artists in the world right now. You know, it's just how it is. It's very interesting. But again, the tides shift so fast. And I truly do believe that in the near future, many of us are going to just be speaking to AI more.
Word. Okay. How was your day?
My day been smooth. Just chilling, talking to folks like you. What about you? How your day going?
My day is going good. Can you tell me a quick story?
We're going to be speaking to it. Maybe it's programmed into our glasses. Maybe you're wearing it around your neck, like this one company Friend, where literally the AI goes with you everywhere you are, is listening to you and sends you text messages and keeps in contact with you and is just constantly chatting with you. It's going to happen. When I use AI, I actually sometimes will use AI just going over ideas, and I use it like it's a coworker, like a soundboard. Hey, here's my ideas. It gives me some ideas back. I'm like, that sucks, but I like what you said there. I'm going to build on that. It's a collaborative tool. Is ChatGPT going to wipe out 97% or 99%, I don't know, of self-help influencers and creators, or just creators? If you can diversify, if you can find your unique angle and create your edge, I think you'll be able to future-proof yourself.